In the beginning, Pismals once again made the wonderful decision to do another class-specific run and made the mistake of thinking it would be easy because it was ranged, but soon realized he hasn't even fondled the game in about a year. This one was tough, coming in at 40 hours just to complete and around 70 hours to bring it to you, so if you do enjoy, please consider subscribing and let the pain commence. Stream 1, the beginning of another horrible idea that will be filled with pain and regret. Obviously, you already know that I had to hit them with the lowest income of housing before making my first ranged weapon of the series. Once I finished the shallow husk of a house, I started digging down to get some stone to actually be able to use the sad excuse that is my bow. Now that I have some means of protection, I continued my way down, gathering what loose change I could find and sticking the heel of my foot into any living thing that I saw. When I got bored of that, I did a little bit of deforestation, felt the repercussions of my actions, then went right back to deforestation and stumbled upon a pyramid that had a sand shard in a bottle. I got home and decided to expand the crack shack a bit before going back into the mines, only to get pounded up against a wall, and that gave me the idea to put some walls up in my own house and turn this crack house into a crack home. And I decided to make myself a tin bow, which came in handy because a worm was trying to do some nefarious deeds to me. You already know. Back in the mines, find a life crystal, die instantly, mine a ton of banger ore, and get very injured. I thankfully had enough silver to upgrade my pickaxe and decided it would be a fantastic idea to go into the underground jungle. It was not. Then it was back to the mines because that's all that I could really do. Plus I did find a chest that had some hot steaming pile of love in it, a life crystal right under it, and a boulder that said he would kindly send me back to the surface. Thank you, boulder. Then I began mass construction on the elevator because you also find a lot of ores and chests that live in spite of me, plus a cave bat that really wanted me to have an even worse time than I already was. So what did I do to get back at him? I built more homes, crafted some armor and a better bow, and continued on the elevator. My spirits were also lifted when I saw the demolitionist arrive. When I willingly went back to the crack home, I made some gold bars, a gold pickaxe, and an obsidian skull, and of course a worse gold bow than the bow I already had. This game just exists to anger me. The wizard from the other playthrough decided that it was just the perfect time to say hi and wish me luck in my new run, along with a demon who got a mouthful of gunpowder. The elevator was also pretty much complete, so I skimmed the bottom of the world and the wizard really liked me this time. So I bought a piggy bank because I got tired of him stealing my money, but overall I finished off stream 1 with a magic mirror and some pretty good stuff. Stream 2, the journey begins in the mines once more, still desperately looking for a pair of sweet stinky Hermes boots along with mining some ores and life crystals to cope with the disappointment. Thankfully I was soon put out of my misery, so I dumped all my garbage and took a sneaky little gander at the hot garbage the traveling merchant was selling before heading back into the abyss. It didn't take long for me to see the light, so I took my efforts to the snow biome, but had the exact same wonderful luck along with another kick to the teeth. And of course, right as I made it back down to my stuff, the evil presence decided it wanted a piece of Big Papa, so I returned home and felt the first real sting of defeat. So bad, in fact, I checked how expensive the mini shark was before returning to the ice fun land of chests that just loved having exactly what I don't need. Plus, I was just minding my own business, looking around, and this bat just figured it was my time, and his prediction became reality very quickly. After that, I was done in the snow biome and continued down the regular mine and got, and I can't stress this enough, evaporated for nothing. So I just decided to make an arena to get my mind off things, and once again I felt an evil presence watching me, and since I was by my house I had enough time to prepare. The fight went well, but ended all the same. I finished at the base of the arena before one of my viewers told me to get fossil armor because it was easy to get and pretty good, so I did that flawlessly, but took a break to build the arms dealer a house because mini shark too expensive, and shortly after finished making the fossil set, which looked pretty cool.
Tell him he looks good.
And ended stream 2 by buying the mini shark, absolutely clutching the Eye of Cthulhu. You already know where his flesh is going. Plus I also finished the arena in overall productive stream. Stream 3, the search for Hermes boots continued, and with every low income chest the pain in my soul multiplies by 3, but I did find a bunch of life crystals which made my life a little more worth living. And soon enough I could check health off my list, and what better way to celebrate having max health and watching it all go away, and it was all for nothing. The search for Hermes boots was also starting to feel like a distant dream, so I took a break and looted the underground jungle, getting myself the almighty boomstick, and I finally, after 7 hours of searching, found a pair of sweet, succulent Hermes boots. I was filled with so much joy I teleported home and expanded the house so more freeloaders could move in. I was feeling generous today, and I also needed the proper storage room. Once I was finished with the home renovations, I went and scoped out the underground crimson before starting construction on the arena. I also moved all my stuff up to the new storage room because I'm cool like that. When I was done with that, I began construction on the brain arena, which thankfully didn't take as long as I thought it would. So when I was complete, I went home, got some steroids, and spawned in the thing that really shouldn't exist. And trust me, I let him know that by shoving the barrel of my mini shark so far into his frontal lobe it could have been considered a lobotomy. I went home and shoved his child into my pocket, and I think he overheard me saying his father wasn't enough and got scared because I returned for his mother. And at last, the whole family was together again, and to finish off stream 3, I built a little greenhouse to decompress. Wow, that got dark really quick at the end. Stream 4, all I know is pain, and you'll see why very soon, but I decided to finish up the greenhouse because potions are a must today. Why, you may ask? Well, it's Skeletron Day, you silly silly little rascal, and we all know how it went last time, so I built the arena, spawned him in, and on the first try got hit with enough PTSD to kill a very, very large elephant. What did I do next, do you ask? Well, I went to hell and broke pots for hellfire arrows, healing potions, along with gathering some healthstone to craft the Molten Fury bow. A Blood Moon also decided it was the perfect time to come say hi and give me a money trough. How kind. Thank you, Blood Moon. I also expanded the arena because the last fight was a bit too tight. The arena wasn't the issue, so I made a bed and laid awake at night wondering where it all went wrong before going back down to hell for more spicy ore to make myself a set of molten armor which had nothing to do with range, and did next to nothing in the Bone Man fight, so I laid awake once more thinking about how much time I've wasted on a set of armor that has nothing to do with range before finding out what the back of my head looks like. Now looking back, I almost feel bad about taking my unmatched fury out on the Goblin army, almost, because I didn't even die once, so the anger didn't multiply. After I was done with that minor inconvenience, I headed back over to the dungeon where I proceeded to turn Bone Man into a pile of calcium and raid his home. The sweet loot we are looking for today is the Shadow Key, which thankfully didn't take forever to get, and to celebrate I went straight to hell. Chest 1, nothing. Chest 2, nothing. But chest 3 was apparently where all the money was at, so I went home, dumped, and sold. I also bombed my house. Nice. The next thing up on the agenda was the Wall of Flesh platform, and just like the last time, I will kindly jump ahead because this one was a struggle. When I thought I was ready, I spawned him in and it went fantastic, so I did it again and he just loved going the wrong way, so I fought and struggled, but it was all for nothing. So it was back to the super fun task of bridging. When I got home, I decided to make a star cannon because I've heard it was pretty good against the wall, along with buying another mini shark because why not, I'm Mr. Moneybags. I went down for another attempt, the star cannon did next to nothing, and I also ran out of platforms again, which was just amazing. I don't even know how to express it besides expanding the platform even more. The platform wasn't the issue this time, it was my equipment. So the next thing on the agenda was Necro armor, which I believe is the best range armor you can get before hard mode. So once I got the set, I ended stream 4. Stream 5, I started off by cleaning and expanding the platform a bit before going on a boss rush to get money to reforge, and with all of the improvement we did better but not good enough, because once again I ran out of platforms, so it was back to work on that. But this time it was my lack of skill. I tell you, the Wall of Flesh this time is about the equivalent of Bone Man last time, so I made some archery potions which got me ever so close to victory. So when I got home, I reforged all my gear, and apparently that's all I needed to do because this time he got turned into a liquid. I immediately consumed his heart and equipped the Ranger emblem before breaking some altars and starting everyone's favorite part of the game, the ore grind, which I will kindly save you the pain of watching. You're welcome once more. When I finally got myself a full suit of titanium armor, a titanium repeater, and a titanium pickaxe, I expanded the arena because it was way too small for hard mode bosses than grinded Souls of Light to be able to spawn in the hollow mimics because they drop, in my opinion, the best bow for the mechanical bosses. I also kicked the sad little life out of a sky hot dog. Thankfully, it only took 2 mimics to get the storm bow. After that, I farmed what I needed to make holy arrows before the game whispered in my ear, "Hey Pismals, we know you're making good progress. Here's a complimentary pirate invasion for you because we know that you are very under-equipped and very tired from streaming for 4 hours." I sat in that box for 20 minutes before just getting absolutely creamed by the destroyer. At this point, I was very tired, so I ended stream 5. Stream 6, the script is going to be very short and you'll see why soon. Started off by expanding the arena to the required hard mode size before getting fondled by a wyvern and getting so mad from that little incident, I decided to throw punch his brother. The hollow was the next stop because unicorn horns and fairy dust were on the shopping list. Then I made the most manly pair of wings known to man. The destroyer fight was also coming up, so I reforged all my stuff to have some kind of defense on it. Another thing on the list was to get the shimmer upgrades, which weren't too much of a struggle to get, but do you know what was a struggle? Thinking you stood a chance against the twins with a mini shark. After that stinging defeat, I grinded some souls, made some potions, built some sketchy housing, and got every last ounce of sense knocked out of me. And it was also back to grinding the materials I needed to make another mechanical worm, and this time it went a little bit better. And take note of this win because it was the only one we had for the whole 5 hours of stream time, except for me grinding and getting the mega shark, of course. Also prepare yourself. Death, 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 death. Got some dark shards, got some life fruit, made an onyx blaster, watched the life drain from every goblin's eyes, then proceeded to get my onyx blasted twice live on camera and ended stream 6 on a very, very big loss. Stream 7, the complete opposite of stream 6, and you'll see why very soon, but the first thing on the agenda was expanding the arena and lowering it because I was getting very tired of the wyverns. The house was also in the way of my domain expansion, so I took a little off the top and built new luxury studio apartments for only $1,100 a month, so the residents had a place to stay. I also wanted to max out my health, but realized that life fruit aren't exactly the easiest to find, but some are better than none. I also decided it was worth my time to get the frost armor because it was way better than the titanium. So I built a little cottage in the snow biome and managed to get 2 of the 3 cores I needed before getting my internals ripped out by Bone Man. And it was back to the grind. I made more crystal bullets, a pair of frost wings, spent a lot of time in the snow place, defeated another pirate invasion, and spent some more time in the snow place. Then Eventually getting bored, I decided to grind souls in hell, make some health potions, and die to Bone Man again because I apparently couldn't catch the hint that I am not strong enough. Since I had a lot of money from all the blood moons and pirate invasions, I reforged all of my stuff to have defense on it, got my last frost core before getting fondled by Deerclops, shimmered and made the frost set, and gave the overgrown jackrabbit a 5-course meal of these hands. I also reforged my weapon and died to Bone Man yet again, so I grinded out the resources to make another spawn. This time I was going all out because I was getting really tired of being the failure everyone sees me as, so I expanded the arena even more, made Ichor bullets, and I grinded unicorn horns for holy arrows. When I was ready, I spawned him in and remembered a very crucial thing: just get good. Oh, why didn't I think of that sooner? Wow! Skeletron didn't even know what hit him, baby. So after that, I grinded and made the twin spawn, made hollow armor, spawned them in, and grabbed that weird cord that connects them and used it to slam them into the nearest wall. Boy, I was feeling good. I made the weird hollow pickaxe and proceeded to destroy a beautiful ecosystem and find the long lost bulb. But it was all worth it for that sweet, succulent chlorophyte armor. But I took a brief intermission so I could build the Dryada house in the mushroom biome because I needed the seeds for the truffle to move in. I bought a whole bank account worth and built what I personally think is the physical embodiment of perfection. These hands work magic, baby. I also tried to fight Queen Slime. Shut up. Then the shroom head moved in and I soon learned that the auto hammer was sadly a post-Plantera purchase, so I made regular chlorophyte armor along with evaporating the jungle in anger. When I was done with the "it's not the biggest but it works just as good" arena, I made the chlorophyte shot bow, roared it up, and my ego got shattered so bad I stayed in bed for a whole 3 days. I peeled myself out of bed just to get rearranged once more and came to not only the conclusion I sucked, but the arena was too small, so I changed that, died again, and changed it some more. On my third death, I made a game-changing decision. I made it wider. When I was done, I saw another bulb and thought I needed to give it another try before the stream ends, so without any potions, I spawned her in and managed to pull a hot, steamy pile of victory out of the unknown, and ended stream 7 off by getting a full set of shroomite armor. Stream 8, I made some potions and made my way over to the gross grease fire that is the lizard temple and just had the time of my life before going back, struggling to get to the spawn room and eventually setting up the arena, just to get a huge clay fist straight to the jaw 4 times, and in utter embarrassment I fled to the dungeon where I got the thing that would carry me all the way through the pillars, the sniper rifle. This thing just ate through Golem like he was a lump of mud. To celebrate, I took his eye and loosely taped it to an Avenger emblem to make the Destroyer emblem, along with learning very quickly that I was very under-equipped for the Martian Madness event, so I scraped my way through that. The event used a lot of chlorophyte bullets, so it was off to strip the ecosystem even more before ending stream 8. Stream 9, a really fun and thrilling one, just getting its pillars day, so I went over and fought the lunatic cultists a few times just for the fun of it. Also, I don't know what I did to deserve this, but the wyverns just really had it out for me during these fights. I wasn't very happy, but eventually I lodged a gangrene bullet into its chrome dome, which in return started the second most fun thing in the game, the pillar grind, which I will mostly cut out because I used the sniper rifle to take them all out. You are very, very welcome. When I eventually made it over to the vortex pillar, I took it out as slow as possible and crafted my endgame gear, which really helped with the remaining 2 pillars. Then I met the man himself, Octodad, and he did not hesitate to tentacle me to death, which, let's be honest, we all expected. The next thing on the list was getting the cosmic car keys. It sounds easy, right? Wrong. This alone made me question whether I wanted to continue trying to make it on YouTube or settle for flipping burgers at the local McDonald's. When I eventually killed the saucer, I thankfully got the car keys first try, and somehow thought after that travesty I had a chance against the Moonlord. I did not, so I ended stream 9 off by grinding the pillars and dying one more time to the stupid squid. Stream 10, the final stream. Also, there's 2 parts to this, and you will see why very soon. I decided that it was best for everyone if I fished and grinded some potions off camera because it was boring and no one likes it. And I made sure I had enough potions for 4 attempts. That's a lot of attempts. There's nothing to worry about. Attempt 1 dies. Attempt 2 drops gun and dies. My nervous system is trying to escape my body because I don't want to go through the pillars again. Attempt 3 dies immediately, and I'm going to weep uncontrollably if I don't do this. Attempt 4 takes out pirate invasion and proceeds to weep uncontrollably. How am I this bad? It has only been a year since I did the melee video. Also, remember when I said there are 2 parts to the stream? It's because I went through the pillars just to die to the Moonlord 3 more times, and I was so mad I ended the stream, grinded the pillars off camera along with sitting in some moist caves to get better equipables, and I'm gonna let Live Pismals take it from here for part 2. This better be the last one. I got some better accessories. Got the Paladin Frozen Shield, got the Warding Black Belt, got some potions, I got baby back ribs. Why does my heart always start beating so fast? We have... Come on, just die, you fat, overgrown lizard. We've done it. Oh, I'm just gonna say this video was tough. Not because of range or anything like that, but because it's been so long since I played the game.
and I just got cocky because, oh, range is very easy. Range is a very easy class, but I just really sucked at the game. Plus, I put a lot of stress on myself because I really wanted to get this entire video out in a week, but I'm 2 days over my estimate and all that kind of stuff, but hopefully you do still like it. It took me like 70 hours to make in a week, which I think I am proud of, because it shows that I have the determination to do this if I want to. But thank you all very much for watching. Thanks to all of the people who watched the live streams and all that kind of fun jazz. It was, I feel sorry because I was trying to short skip everything and just get done with it, and it just set me back so far. But thank you, everybody. Please consider liking and subscribing. I worked hard on this, but I hope you all enjoyed and have a wonderful, wonderful day.